Witches always drag their feet while walking. Once my family had to attend a wedding function, Mandy. It was very cold, so I decided not to go and stayed home while the rest of the family left. Evening was approaching and light fog had started to settle. I went to a nearby shop, bought some peanuts to eat, and came back home. I thought I'd go to my room, enjoy the peanuts peacefully, and make some tea for myself. Our room was on the rooftop. We lived in a joint family, but I was alone at home. Anyway, I went to my room, slightly closed the door, turned on the heater, and made tea. Immersed in my little world, I started enjoying my tea and peanuts. The cold outside was intense, and there was an eerie silence all around, as if no one lived nearby. The dark night had taken over everything. While I was lost in my thoughts, I suddenly heard footsteps. The sound made it seem like a girl wearing heels was dragging her feet and walking toward my room. I remembered I had locked the main gate, yet the sound was there. I called out, "Who is it?" But no one replied. I got up, opened the door, and looked outside. No one was there. It felt strange, but I brushed it off as my imagination, unaware of anything paranormal at that time. I went back to my room and shut the door. Shortly after, I heard the same footsteps again, as if someone was dragging their feet right outside my room. The sound stopped suddenly and an eerie silence took over. I thought, could it be a thief? I opened the door to check, but no one was there again. Feeling uneasy, I returned to my room. This time, the sound came again, accompanied by what seemed like the voices of children shouting and playing. It felt like my uncle's kids and the rest of the family had returned. Thinking they must have arrived, I didn't bother going outside to check. I just assumed they were home, even though I had locked the main gate earlier, and there was no way they could have entered. After some time, I decided to check who had arrived. The children's laughter and running up and down the stairs were still loud, but as soon as I opened my door, the voices stopped abruptly. The silence that followed was unsettling. I called out from the rooftop, "Is anyone there?" and went downstairs to check. To my shock, no one was home. The rooms were locked, and there was no one in the house. That's when I noticed the main gate, which I had personally locked. My mind flashed back to the footsteps and the children's voices